Hey guys, this is AMC Thorn, and this is the art tutorial on how to draw the human figure. When it comes to drawing the human figure, there's very proportions that you have to keep in check because there's at least a good bit of variation based on the parts of the body that you're drawing and how close it is and far away it is from the viewer. Usually, when drawing the human figure, there's the head. I have to make sure that the neck is able to support the head. The body, or the torso, so to speak, not the body, but the torso of the body. And I remember at least the torso to be at least probably 2 or 3 heads, circles wide, or heads wide, so to speak. And you got to keep in mind the legs. And depending, sometimes the legs, depending how tall the figure is, can be various proportions, but for a regular sized person, I believe, or like average, it could be probably total of 6 heads based on the body proportions from torso to feet. But for this one, I might have made it like 7 heads. This also may help. I sometimes like try to get structure on, add scribbles to make sure that hopefully that the arms position isn't too far apart. The one thing I sometimes even still struggle with is sometimes I might need to recheck myself on body proportions sometimes, because sometimes I could be a little off on my body proportions. So what I recommend sometimes even is, just in case, have a figure reference or mannequin. I recommend buying the Bodycoon or Bodychan mannequin because they're pretty accurate on the body proportions. And the note on the Bodychan figure, the head is going to be probably a little bigger because in anime the female head sometimes can be a little big. In anime, the female head is bigger. Big eraser. There's various shapes a person could be in, and body compositions could be different. So when you do make different body compositions, the mannequin figure, you might have to adjust on some parts, like add more, skin showing instead of like folds, instead of like muscle, depending on, the body composition and stuff. But there could be various shapes and forms of, you know, people. They could be skinny, they could be fat, they could be muscular. It all depends. But yeah, it all depends on what you come drawing the character in. But also there could be like mixture, like there could be muscular but stocky, like have muscles but are, thick, so to speak. There's various shapes the human figure can be in. They're not gonna be the same, and there's various body compositions that you could draw the figure in. But when it comes to drawing the human figure, we aren't always, in the same form and position. Sometimes there's a way to draw the human figure sitting. But one thing I like to do sometimes is basically draw the line of action, so to speak, to get how you want the figure to be. Like for this figure, I drew line of action lightly and then start drawing the rest of the body based on that position. And when I get the torso, I usually draw like a circle, try to get the like circle right here, try to get the structure of the body in the direction that the body's facing is kind of like this way. And for the pecs of the male, it usually be circular form, but based on the position of the body, one of them going to be smaller, the other based on the position. And I'm going to make it where, because in a way his body is facing like this direction, but also upward by the chest. So what I'm going to do when it's dealing with that, I'm going to add like a bend forward, so to speak. So by adding like a trapezoid-like shape at the top, upside down trapezoid-like shape, and add a triangle to show bend in the torso right here. That just darkened for you to see hopefully better. And add a long elongated trapezoid-like shape for the abdominal center or the abs. And triangle for the love handles. And voila, kind of upward bend. Face like more like, well, upwards. Long, at least not elongated, but like chest is more pushed forward, like they puffing up their chest. Triangles here. And I'm going to add another circle for the bottom torso to get the circular motion. I'm going to also add like squares here and one rectangle right here on this side. Try to get the position right. I'm going to add like cylinders, or at least ovals actually, for the legs. The top part of the leg at least. And based on that, I'm going to add this line right here so I could tell the direction that the front leg is going to be, and darken the lower part of the thigh so I could tell which is which. So the knee should be here for this one, and the knee should be more here. And also, usually the knee is more close to showing that it's connected to the top part, and then the bottom is overlapped underneath it. Usually, make sure that shows some muscle holding the back leg. And also do this to show which part is the front and the back calf. And I got the foot kind of out of the frame, but yeah. Also, action adjustments in case I need to adjust parts of it, and also to check to see if I might need might have accidentally made the calf a little too long for body. I'm gonna erase this and readjust. Wonder why I felt like it was too long for the body. It was too long for the body. And the foot is still cut off, but it's a little more proportional. And connect to here. Yes. And just the front part of the arm, part of the leg. Also keep in mind where the foot should start. Up with this one. For the feet, I sometimes use triangles, like I'm using triangle right here. That's probably hard to see, but I readjust it where y'all can see it with different colors to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to speed through here to the finished look of this figure that I just drew. Show you what different shapes I use to draw the body. And that way I probably have much better time explaining it to you what I do. Okay, now this is more of a finished look of the body. And now I'm going to choose a light color to show you some of the shapes that I've used to make the figure. Right here is the pectoral major, and right below it is the pectoral minor, I believe. Here, the upper arm. Right here, the obliques. And here, most likely, the abs. Right here is the quadriceps, and here is the inner thigh. Here is the calf, And here is the shins of the leg. Here is the forearm. And of course, hand. And here the neck. And also don't forget the feet. This foot's cut off on the canvas, but yeah. And hopefully you see more where I was trying to point out though. Okay, I'm back and I found two references I could use to show you the structure of the human anatomy for drawing. But like I said before, let me move the color palette up here. Again, so I can see. And let's color in the head structure. But I basically made close to 9 circles to get the full body structure right here. Here are the quadriceps. Here are the abdominals. Here is the obliques. And I need to put it in on the color palette again, dang it. But this part on another layer. Oh, dear God. No, 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 no. That's too freaking big of an eraser that I just nearly did. Ooh, I'm glad I ain't. Ah, biscuits! So, the head and neck makes up to at least 1.5 or 75%, 1.75 of the circles. Then for the torso, makes up at least 2 or 3 circles. Then the leg, the top leg, 2 circles. The lower leg, 2.5. And the feet, close to 1. But yeah, here is the pecs. Here are the abs. Here is the obliques, or the, side abs. Here is the thigh, shoulders, bicep of the upper arm, and on the back is the triceps. Here is the forearm, hand, which I also need to get into the hand part because there's also parts of the hand, especially in the skeletal structure, that I need to discuss. But I've discussed that on another tutorial on the skeletal anatomy. And I might do one of muscle anatomy some more, but maybe. This is the calf and the shin of the leg. And here's the feet. Here's the neck. And here's the head. And now, hopefully I'm not doing too little or too much. I'm going to show you the shapes that I use to make the figure a little better. Easily. Okay. Hey guys, this is AMC Thorn. I'm just gonna speed through the rest of the diagrams, because so far I kind of actually showed y'all what the shapes I used to make the torso, and I'm also gonna go over the female one. The female one, you gotta keep in mind about the breast tissue, and also that the female is more slender than the male usually. So I'm just gonna speed through this, and at the end I also added speed paint of the thumbnail that I made for this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy it. Here is the finished shape of the female torso. What I need to do. Female, not torso, the full body. What am I thinking? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I need to hush. Hey guys, this is AMC Thorn. This is the revised version of the how to draw the body tutorial. If you haven't seen the other one, the first one, good. Don't worry about that one. I deleted that. It was way too long and I probably drove it on too long than I should have. I'm going to add a speed paint for the thumbnail video. Also, you can check that out. Also, the speed paint playlist and the art tutorial playlist on my channel. If you want more of my content, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more. But this is AMC Thorn out.